we're good. All right, so Monday on a live stream. God, I've been just kind of watching a few other live streamers just to get a feel for not what they're saying, but how frequently they're doing it. Some of these guys are doing live streams for 60 minutes every day.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you get a lot of people to come in just every single day.
That's a lot of live streaming. Some of them live streaming on Bitcoin every single day. Like, it just doesn't fucking move that much.
But are they on, the 10-minute time frame?
Oh yeah, so, usually 60-minute, in that range. I'm just surprised they live stream that much. I mean, I suppose if the demand was, we could do it, but just a lot of live.
Well, some they even do weekends and everything. Which...
Yeah, I know. Like, God damn, man, take a break. We are getting this. Remember I sent you that thing? I got this guy's all over me. Share Vision, do you remember that?
Yeah, where they can stream to multiple locations at once.
Well, it's they want you to post your live streams there, and I can't tell if it's in addition to YouTube or just alone. If you look at your email, it looks decent, but I can't tell if it's you only live stream there or fuck. Apparently, it's there's decent money there. I guess they pay you for the live stream as opposed to YouTube. Not that we're trying to do this to get live stream money, really, or YouTube money. We're doing this for the members and just trying to turn a few other people onto what we're all about. All right, there comes the regular crew. Okay, Peter, which I know now is PKS Venda.
Yeah.
Gravity Anti. Oh, Gravity. Man, I got you up first, man. You gave me a bear. VV, what's up? James M, always. 83, hey, what's up, man? 83 Madden. Can't tell if that's one of our peeps or a YouTuber. How many we got here? Oh, we already got 20. Oh shit, I guess we'll get rolling here. All right, so first up, guys. So since it's mostly members here now, so first up, I've got Gravity Anti looking at the SPX, which is really kind of an interesting count here. So let me get the disclaimer off. We got there's Eric, Victor. All right, guys. So this is Gravity Anti's given now. So Gravity, I swear, it feels like what you've given me here is. Oh, let me get this off. If I'm not mistaken, are you giving me two counts with like you're giving me a primary and a secondary in the same space here? And I'm asking that because it looks like some of this is unlabeled. Or well, here. So let me. Gravity, you're on, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, y'all should hop on Twitch TV. Should we do that? Yeah, that's.
I have Twitch accounts that I made for Trade Devils like a year and a half or 2 years ago. So no one would take our name, but
that's a good idea, Gravity.
It just gets difficult as they stream a lot. Yeah. Most people on Twitch, but we could potentially do both. Where it streams to both simultaneously.
Okay. Yeah, we got to look at that because I think that would bump our views here. I mean, as of course is typical. Most people watch after the fact. Hey, Gravity, since I've got you, I can see you in the chat. This is what you gave me, man. Oh, shit. Am I looking at your link? Yeah. So you gave me your S&P count. Which is going to be, pretty close to the SPX. Do you want me to type in SPX and get that? Because you didn't. This is all you gave me in the link. So here, let me try that and see if it comes up. This is what you want, right? So, so this Gravity, you watching? Is this what you were looking for? This one here? I know you got a 30-second delay with me. Yeah, this has got to be what you're looking for. Okay, so, oh God, I got a lot in here. Okay, so this is time. Gravity. I think that's what you want. All right, so let's look at, because you're looking for the SPX, so here it is. All right, so here, this looks like, yeah, this was a bear here. What do you do with that one? I think that looks as good as any, right, in terms of how you would deal with that, rather than a 1-2. Because it gives you the 1-2 here gives you the ending. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so are we right here? This is what you want? Well, this shit, you want the SPY? And you're giving me all sorts of shit here. This is what you want. There it is. Okay, we got it. Okay.
Well, now he said SPX, not SPY.
Oh.
So I think you were right.
SPX. Okay, let's go back again. Must be Monday. All right, so back where I was here. This is a really, what do you do with this? This is really, as I said, that's about as good as any interpretation I can think of, right? So we got the huge truncation in the C, but this is one of those times where when you were right here, would you have been thinking 3-4? Maybe not. You'd have been thinking maybe 1-2. But with what's come after it, because of the beautiful finish here for the ending diag, I'm inclined to agree with you here. This is just kind of an unusual, I mean, it's not like we don't see it, but it's just unusual format. Okay, so if this is 3-4, do we have a 5 up here? Yeah, so we're still looking for a 5 up here. I'm going to take that degree up. Let's go. That's going to be your major, is it not? 3-4. 1-2, coming off the COVID low, I'm guessing. No, it's not. Let's see. Here's the COVID low. All right, okay. So coming off the COVID low. Oh, right. So beautiful flat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Beautiful flat. So you nailed that. 1, 2, 1. No, let's see. So this has got to go up even higher. Let's go to primary. 1, 2, 1. Okay, so these are all still way over here. Still yet to come. Yeah, let's get these up where they belong. Okay, we got all those here. All right, we'll get there in a second, guys. I'm just trying to figure out what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not 5? Right? Why not 5? Well, I suppose I don't think we can take that out of the. I don't think we can take that out of the mix here. So for a COVID low, 1, 2, we're still seeking that 3. So this would be the 3 up here, 4 and 5 still yet to come. So potentially 5 heading up here. Okay, so we've got what we're after. We're trying to complete the internal 3. I'm going to take that down as well, just force a habit. Okay, so COVID low, there's the 1, 2. Here's the internal impulse. Now the question is, are we done up here? Well, certainly we could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have an extension in the 1, so I know gravity would have already done this. Right, so if we look here, that would be the 100 up here. It'd be surprising we didn't get there. I mean, you literally can call this one of the most extreme. What is this? This is the Fed in action, right? That only the Fed does that. Can do that, right? God knows how many trillions of dollars of liquidity you add it all up, but that's this is why probably of all the truths in the market, there is nothing more true than you do not ever fight the Fed, ever. Right? I don't care what the technical setup is. They move the markets. You do not fight the Fed. Right now, the Fed wants the market up. So we'll see now, can they sustain it? All right, so from the 4 here, 1, 2, all right, that's legit. Why not 1, 2? 1, oh, so we're going to do an expanded B into the 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess the depth here. Now, if you're playing on your home board at home, oh shit, here you got to do your stuff differently. Oh fuck, see your stuff comes over on mine, so let me get mine here because I'm just used to it. Okay, so we come down to a 50 shy. That's too far for a front run. I mean, that's farther than it looks here. So we've got the technical pivot here, but we miss. So I suppose the alternate would be we went 1, 2, 3, 4, working on the 5, but I don't like that as much. So I think you're on the right track here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us a 1. Now this is a kind of a funky 2. So per the way he's counting it, it looks like we're going WXY into an A. We've had the A, B, C to give us the B up here. Now what are we doing next? One of the things here that about drawing it out like this, where you guys see that I do this all the time. These W and M patterns really stand out when you do it that way, right? If you just put it in if you draw it, it's hard to miss it, right? I mean, right, there's your classic M followed by your W. Hold over, I mean, every FX trader, that's all they look for. So it's certainly something that you can apply to any asset class. Okay, so with that in mind, now I think you gave me a very short term. So if this is see, this is where I think you're giving me 2 counts here. So we're going A, B. Oh, hang on a second. So we're going to go A here. A, B, C. Okay, so so this is why I think you're giving me 2 counts here. So if we're going A, B, this must be your alternate that this is, fuck, what are you doing here? We're going 1, 2. I suppose we could do it 1, 2, and this would be 3. But this I don't know what this goes with. It goes over here. So if it's A, B, I'm assuming that your thought is that potentially we come over here. All right, let me get your summary here so I can read this. Okay, so we did have an impulse down. That's correct. You know, so this is probably hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can make that bigger. Oh fuck, come here. Let's go to. All right. Okay. So this is the reason I wanted to do this here. I got big text now. This is a really valuable thing to do for yourself, particularly when you're trading. Now, if you're trading of the 3-minute, you may be able to do this. But when you're trading anything, I mean, even 30, 60 and above, this is really good to do for your own benefit. Now, he's doing it here to some degree to give me what he's thinking here, and well, not just me, but everybody who's watching here, to give us some indication of what he's thinking. But this is a really valuable thing to do for yourself, particularly if you're a new trader. Now, people don't like to do it because it's kind of a pain in the ass, right? Because you think, oh fuck, all right, I know what I'm doing. I know exactly. Oh right, okay. It does a couple of things. One, if you take the time to write this down, what is this going to take you? Maybe at the most 10 minutes. More likely 5, just to write that down. It's reinforcing your decision-making process in your own mind, just by writing it down. Additionally to that, well, you know the old saying that if you want to really learn something, teach it. Right? I can tell you that's very valuable, and that's a very valid. Just what do we want to call it? It's just a fact, right? If you want to really learn something, you teach it. Well, what he's doing here is he's teaching it to himself. Really, this is not about teaching it to everybody who's watching. He's reinforcing this in his own mind. It's a really, really strong habit to get into. Now, what do we know? We know 90% of traders fail. Here's what I can also tell you. Probably 95% of traders never do this. Never write anything down. They just fucking come in here and wing it, right? So just deduce from that, well, if most people are coming in here winging it, they don't have a trading plan, they don't really know, they just like, fuck, I'm here to get rich. Why do you think 90% fail, right? They're not willing to take the extra 10 minutes to write it down. So I know I'm harping on this. It's just really a valuable thing to do. And the fact you can do it right on your own chart, right, it just makes sense, right? So, okay, so just having labored on that. Red dash line for the lower boundary, the base channel. An aggressive invalidation, but for now we will let the market talk to us for more of where we are headed. Also have time ratio just for more confluence. So this is really, really well done. Good job, Gravity. He knows what this. So Gravity's been around the block, I'm guessing, here based on his skill set. So we've got an impulse here. Well, there's a nice 3 in it, so the finish is a little sloppy, but Okay, so if we're going to go A, B, C into a B here, well, we're looking for 5 down, which would be pretty bearish here at this point. Okay, so once I've got this, now I'm going to take it back to what you gave me, which is this. Okay. All right, now I think you gave me the 15-minute.
Did you mute?
I'm sorry. This is such a good 5 here. I'm inclined to I would probably do the same thing. We got to do something with this. It looks like a 4, but the setup plays better here as a 3, so he's kind of squeezing it in here. This is just making do. A market's not always going to give you a perfect Elliott. That's making do with what you've got here. So this is a good educated compromise here on how we could label this. As to how we finish, you've got kind of a cluster F in there. But again, so Elliott's not perfect. You're not going to get, the market's not going to give you perfect Elliott, right? So there are times when you just are making the best of what you have to work with here. So is it a 3? Is it a 5? Can you really dig a 5 out of there? Well, at this point, I don't know that it really matters. So if we look from the pivot here, now at this degree, I don't know that we need to be in log scale when we're kind of shrinking here. So you see almost no difference here. So we get a good break here. So we lose the sell side algo. That's too far of a break. So this guy's out of the picture. Just from the algo side, right? So remember, we always start with, what did this algo do last? Can we identify where it is? Well, it looks like the next play that's underway is right here, which he's identified. So it looks like he's going, what are you pulling from? You're pulling from this 4, so we've got it right here. Here's the algo in action right now, right? So here's the first. We got multiple targets down here if we're going to finish like that. So if this is 1, 2, we're trying to let's see. So we're in the 2. So we've got an impulse here. So this is good work. 1, 2. Look at all the subdivision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get our clear impulse in the third. Now look, this is getting a little tricky. So looks like he's doing A, B, C. So shit, how are we finishing there? We're going to go 3, 4, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. He gets it done. Wow, these are tiny. I'm just taking them up so you guys can see them. Okay, that's good work, right? So this, so as we're now dealing with this channel, which is, I think it's just he's just got it color coded. Nice center line reactions here. Good containment here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. It looks like we're done with the 1. Now, do we have a good 3 here? You're kind of stretching a little bit with that. But you could, right? We're getting a technical pivot. This is the structure. So here's our golden zone up here coming off of this 4. So, well, of course he's got to look. We've got to check both sides here. So if we're coming up off the pivot, here's the golden zone from the top. Right, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, if we are done, if we're going to get a 1, 2, so this is just a smaller potential here because he's using a secondary pivot, right? So remember, of course, right, the algo doesn't care about Elliott count, right? So there's the swing that he's working from. There would be first target. Here are the bigger targets, so you can always look on the left to see what they're related to. So if it is going to be a more complex 2, which hard to draw much conclusion from today, or it's kind of a dead day. Now we're on a 15. That's tough to pull that into a 3. Let's go down to a 5. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? Ooh. You kind of want to finish it there. I want to go 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's label it here. It looks like we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, gravity. That looks a little shaky. So that would be your B right here. Don't love it. I'd want to see a little more confirmation here. So, just easy, right? Since we're at a log scale, regression channel, probably a reasonable way to approach it, right? 2 standard deviations on either side. So if we start to break down, then I think you can probably, you're going to have to do it this way, right? It's not pretty. Relatively low conviction there in what we've got going on, as this is the B. Well, pardon me. This could be an extension, but that's going to blow the account up, right? So the count, not the account. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, could we be going into an extension? 1, 2, 1. So we'd have the 1 of the 5th in here, 2 going up for 3, 4, 5. That is, I suppose, is a possibility here per the subdivision here. I am down on a 5-minute. But you'd start to blow the count up because we're thinking 1, 2, and if we're just putting in the 5th, that would take the A wave up here. So you don't really want that per the way it's counted now, looking for the short opportunity. So I think gravity, we don't want that. We want this to be ABC right here for this count to play right into the 50. Here's the 233. So we're right in the pocket between the Vegas wave and the 233. And the 50 and the golden zone here. So you're in a strong location here for this to break. So how would I trade this? I'd wait for this. I want to see a break, and then I want to see it come back and test, right? Test some of that structure here, and then we start to go. Well, now take note here that we'd be going into the 1 of the 3rd, right? If the 1 is in here and this is going to hold as the 2, if this is going to hold as the 2, we're looking for a pretty good rip down. So let's pull that back. Let's go to back to the 30. Right. So for you option traders, this is not a bad location to be looking to get short on this break. I mean, here's the larger 50. So here, if you can get this a little further, I really like it. Here, so if this is, we want to go a little bit further, get to that 50 here where you've duly noted this, the gap here, but we've got this structural support here. If we start to come down here, well, you're looking for at least, well, shit, we're looking for 100. Here's 100 down here, length of the 1, 1, 2. It's a bit of an iffy too. So I mean, ideally you'd like to see, oh, there's A, there's B, there's C. Now you have more conviction with it, right? Now you're like, oh fuck, I know exactly where I am, what to do. I know right here, and I got, you got very low risk scenario here. You could use the other side of the structure here for a stop. Bring it on down. All right, so that sets up pretty well there. Oh, shit, I'm lagging again. All right, so here, now, of course, we can't really draw any conclusions from today other than, for whatever the Globex shows, we got a little bit of a pop here. Yeah, that looks solid here, but I think it's not quite, just a little further, right? It's going to be perfect here. You might start. Depending on if you're doing it with options, which I'm going to assume you are. If you get up to this golden zone, I might start buying my first puts. Depending on time frame, how much money you want to allocate to it. I'd probably start laddering in here on the possibility here that we're not going to get all the way to this. So you'd be trying to average in. Oh, here, I've already got it. I'd be trying to average in this zone here that we're going to go through. If we break this golden zone, that we come up here towards this 50. I'd start laddering in there, and you're looking for something pretty good there, so a weekly may not be enough time. Oh shit, I mean, I'd want at least 3 weeks, at least, to give that time to cook, right? So let that, I mean, if you're buying, if it's going up, right, this is perfect time to be buying puts, right? There'll be less premium in them, so then you're paying for time and the volatility, right? That's why I'd do it. Your work, as usual, is excellent. Great work, right? All the detail. So this is just a good example, right? So see, Gravity's a student, but he's also already skilled, right? So this should show you guys, particularly those of you that are new, clearly he's invested time and energy in developing his Elliott Wave skills. So he's already got it, yet he still makes notes to himself. Still makes notes to just mentally, that conviction that has you into the trade. So then if the trade's a loser, you're not beating yourself up like, oh fuck, man, what was I doing, right? Because you can go back through it and say, okay, I had a trading plan. Did I follow my trading plan? If you don't have a trading plan, that you're just winging it. You're like, oh fuck, all right, well, it looks like, oh, we're at a 50, let's sell it, right? There's no thought process that goes through, okay, if I'm in this trade, how long am I going to be in this trade? What's the time frame that I'm anticipating? And as I say that, what a nice segue. He's got fib time in this. All right, so if we're going to do something, one of these lowers, right, there's the 22nd. There's the 618. I'm going to guess we've got more here. No, just the 618 to bring it down here. So now we're looking at the 19th. Well, okay, so if you're doing a weekly, maybe you can get away with that. The time burn is so extreme when you're in a weekly option. You better be fucking right in a hurry. You got a little more cushion if you buy a monthly or you go out to a weekly. It gives yourself 3 weeks, right, rather than you go into the weekly, man. If it stalls at all, right, I mean, the decay is just harsh, right? So careful about that. It's always tempting to go with the weekly because, oh shit, look how cheap that is. Yeah, it's cheap for a reason. Great work, Gravity. I just think it's a little bit early. Now, shit, of course, you could open up tomorrow and we do this, right? Now you missed it, right? So, but there will be a retrace, right? There always is, particularly here in the SPX. There'll be a retrace. Now, if something happens, right, and we get a monster, well, you're gonna be waiting for the retest of that pivot, right? There's your 1, 2, and now it's getting ugly. Now it's looking much bigger. So to assume that we're gonna do something massive on the open, well, shit, you never know. Oh, I'd be real mindful of this, right? So what do we have here? A great opportunity for market makers to bend the public over. So you can anticipate a reaction there, because what does the public do? What does the retail trader sits here and waits for it? Oh, breakout. Again, I'm just going to harp on this until I'm sure everybody stops doing it. You're just asking for this. You're asking for it to be done. You're literally saying to them, please take money from my account. And you're gonna, if you keep entering here, they'll drain you dry until you have nothing left, or you stop doing it. If you want to get short there, no problem. You're gonna have to wait. Oh my God, discipline in your trading? Oh, say it isn't so, right? You're gonna have to wait for that. You're still short at the same price, and if it doesn't happen, well, fuck, you missed it. Next trade, right? Another one will be coming. I promise you. Just don't do it. Just every major pivot, you're just asking to get bent over. Why would you do it? Why? Oh, because it's going to break this time. I'm sure of it. I'm sure it's going to break. That's exactly what they want you to think. Oh, this time for sure. Oh yeah. Maybe, right? You know, I mean, you can't win the lottery unless you buy a ticket, right? So if it does that, you can't participate unless you're in. I would tell you, just slightly better odds than the lottery, just slightly. All right, great work, Gravity. That's good stuff as usual. I mean, you're putting up really solid work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's be interesting to see how that plays. Of course, I'll be day trading it on tomorrow, so we'll know quickly how that plays. All right, let me keep going. I'm just looking up here. Modern Picasso. I got Muhammad. Can you do Bitcoin? Yeah, I've got some members did Bitcoin here. I've got James M. So that'll be interesting. Okay, so let me start. James M's giving us 2 here. So I've got this is FLUX. This was in the media not too long ago. Okay, so FLUX capacitor. FLUX, bottom left. Is that right, James? Oh shit, I gotta make a. Come on. FLUX. I can't remember what they do. Oh, I got some Monty magic here. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. So this looks like this play is pretty straightforward. 1, 2. Well, why not? Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. So why are we doing it that way? Okay, so my guess is, so we're in log scale, so this probably be our first clue as to why he's doing it this way. So we just made 100. So it would qualify. Interesting. Okay, so we've got, what did you do here? Oh, okay. So you're running these lines off of this. I mean, that's interesting. That's got to be a money original. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck, another 1, 2. Wow, you really like this. Okay. What does Flux do, Monty? I can't remember if they're DeFi or... I know I just was reading something about them. I can't remember. So all of this stuff has to go over here. So this is an uber bullish. Crazy bullish. Not crazy. Extremely bullish. Nothing crazy about it. Okay, so this golden zone here is from this too. I just for
the new generation of Web3. So it's proof of work, and it's a fully operational suite of decentralized computing services, kind of like AWS.
I just read something here. I knew they were getting a lot of buzz. Okay, so we're pulling from this too. So 1, 2. Oh, why are you thinking this way, James? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good God, that's a lot of 1, 2s. Okay, so so here, just looking at this, we're just going sideways. Now that could be a bullish alt struggling to deal with kind of a bearish tape. So hang on 1 second. That's my wife. I got to just tell her I can't talk. Okay, so let's get this done here. 1, 2, A, B, C. I like this as corrective structure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got an impulse here. So 1, 2. Boy, you wanted that to go. Well, from this pivot, this is a toughie. Oh fuck! You're giving me. It's long enough, but it certainly doesn't look right. So if I take this out of log, how about yes? Got to keep it there. Well, so to some degree, I'm looking here. Maybe this is we've got 1 too many here. It looks like you can work a 5 there, 3 here, and a 5 here. So one thought is that this is A, B, C, and then we don't have so many 1, 2s. That would be something I'd consider, James. So this would be 1, 2, 3. God damn, this is an ugly. It really is an ugly one. Well, this is not impulsive, right? So we can certainly look at this and say this is not. We don't have the. God damn it, that's fucking annoying. We don't have anything that looks impulsive here. It's just a series of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a triangle in here, but then again a 1, 2, 3. There's a 5. So all right, so it starts to take some structure there. Let's go down to 1. There's a lot of 3s in here. This would be very hard to trade. Well, there's our first good 5 in a 1, right? So coming out of this, here's the A, B, C again. I like the triangle. So that's W. Oh, we got multiple triangles here. W, X, Y, A, B, C. That works. A, B, C into a W. A, B, C, D, E, W, X, Y. So Y is in up here. Let's put that in green here. Take it up a degree. fuck, this is a bear. 1, 2. Actually, it looks like you do it here because that looks like that's 5. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like you can do it that way, James. Right? I'm just trying to simplify if I can. All right, so it looks like we got a contender here. So 1, 2. Well, let's keep that going. It looks like it's 1, 2, working on 3, 4, 5. So what would we have there? Could that be our 3? Oh, I hate this as a 2 though. A, B, 1, 2. Well, what do we need down here? We need this to go bigger. 1, 2. So let's just line them up. So you'd need 3 down here. This is what you'd be looking for. 4. Let's put it down here. C's going to go off. That's going to go off. So you, where are you related to? That's the 1, 2. So I'm going to take that up. Let's go and let's put that in blue. Okay, so 1, 2 we're looking for here in that C. So to get out of here, we're looking for 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just call it 4, 5. All right, to get that done. That would do it, right? So you'd have just a beautiful, be quite the flat, a lot of complexity in it. I think it's one too many 1, 2s. I could be wrong, but I think you could do it this way. I put this here, 1, 2. Fuck, that's annoying, right? You can't finish it. That's frustrating, right? Sometimes Elliott will frustrate you, but you say that. You know, what you wanted here was this, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, even if it's deep, I want that, right? So when you go into this, really, Elliott's doing you a huge favor here. It's keeping you out. Now, James, I don't know if you're in, but this is just a clusterfuck of 3s. So because of that, because you can't find an impulse, there's no place for you to lean into it and say, I got it. I know where it is. Now, he's doing a very good job here of trying to diagnose what we've got actually happening through a series of 3s with multiple triangles into it. But I wouldn't go near this until I got something like this that I could really lean into and say, okay, I see it. So I'm going to have a giant sideways 2, which implies big 3 coming, short, sharp, perhaps in the 4, right? So it would give you a clue as to what you'd be looking for into the 4th. But this, goddamn, this 1, 2 is, see, this is too big. So this has got to go. This has got to go. Oh, fuck, this has got to go micro. Boy, that's a tough count, James. I wouldn't play ball here until we got down to this. Do we have volume profile on this? Yeah, what do we got here? Well, you got a big air pocket over here, so you got to be mindful of that. All right, you got to watch for that because no business was done here because it went so straight up. Oh boy, you don't have much to lean on there until you get down here. All right, this gives you something to lean into where you've got the 2 pivots. So this could come further. All right, so you look here and you go, why would it stop there? Right? Why would it stop there? It would have to be purely algos doing it, right? Just the pure technicals because there's no support there. So that could easily come down here. Now you're on the edge of where the support kicks in a little bit more, but you've got this big gap here, which would be problematic. So then I look at that and go, okay, let's hold on for a second. Let's take this out. God damn, I want to finish it right there. You can't do it. You could if you had, oh, maybe, wait a sec. Maybe we can finish this, James. Let's hang on for a sec. I want to finish the 5 here. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I want to try and finish here. Well, can you do it with a diag? ABC. Fuck, that's not much of an ABC. ABC, triangle 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, James, did you look at that? I'm assuming you did. If I could do it this way, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an alternate. Now it's ugly as hell. ABC, this, you got no subdivision here. A, B, C, D, E. Let's put that in. Oh, here I am taking too long here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if we did that, oh God, that's just fucking horrific. You may be right, James. It's just, so we'd be ending up with this. It's not the craziest thing ever, but boy, that's not the right look, is it? Right? It's really not. So while there's an outside chance here, just because you would kind of want this 1, 2, 3, big 4, even still, then the 2 to the 4 is just all wrong. So I think that's got to be tabled. I don't think you really have that. So what you're doing here, I would just wait until something happens here. If this plays and you get this 5 down here, then I'm interested. In the middle of all this action, well, here. All right, you can do it just, where's the value area? Okay, we got a little squirt through it, but now we're right back to it. In this range, what's your advantage here? I would tell you don't really have any. First, the Elliott count is a cluster F, although you've done a great job of dealing with it. I don't see any reason to be in here yet, right? So where's the dominant? The dominant right here. So, okay, we had a 50, didn't make target, which would make you think next stop would be right about here. Boy, to the tick, right? What? That's great. Look at that. At the 233 and the 50, but you didn't get what you wanted here. Now you've broken sell side on this side, right? You got a good clear breaks here, so there is no sell side algo pushing that. So if it's moving it, there'll be something on a smaller degree. It looks like there's one right there. If it's moving it, it's coming down here to attack this. Well, so maybe you get your 3, 4, and then if it breaks, right? So then you're breaking from this side. So you're back into, this is all just backwash, right? There's no algo direction here. It's just chop. So this is watch list, like the idea, like the project, but I don't think you're ripe in here yet. So, okay, I spent too long there. Okay, let's do Bitcoin, right? So I'm curious to see how he's thinking Bitcoin goes. Okay, so this one, watch list, right? That would be, I do them based on the amount of, on how ripe they are. So this would be maybe a C watch list rather than an A watch list. Okay, Bitcoin. Primary, bottom right. Let me get this one. All right. So you guys recall, was it his Bitcoin? I think it was his Bitcoin count. Yeah, it was. On Friday's video, I referenced this because I thought the work was so good. What did I get there? Copy link. I didn't get your hot one. Oh, wait, here. You give me a different one. Copy link. Okay, so that's... I swear I think I had this. Because whenever you give me your stuff, copies, it becomes one of mine. I think I had this and I just buried it. Okay, yeah, I did have this. Okay, so we're going to go primary bottom right. Okay, so let's go here. All right, so primary bottom right. This may turn into something else. Yeah. Yeah, this is a cluster here. What do you do with this? It's not an impulse, right? So he's doing a good job here of dealing with it. It's too much of a force fit because you'd have to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, it's just, it doesn't work. See, if you're trying to do it, you're trying to go 1, 2. Now you need 5. 1, 2. Well, that can't be 3. So you don't get. I mean, maybe you're squeezing in here, like this. 1, 2, So it would be 1, 2, 1, 2. You don't have enough swings here to make it work. So it doesn't look like an impulse. And then, let's see, we're out of log scale. And I just like to do these. All right, so good break, right? Come back. Now, do you see it comes back? This is so typical of what the market will do. We're going to test this, right? Because we know some business was done here if we had the volume profile up here, which I would imagine he has on here. He does. I'm not sure why you turn those off. Well, same phenomenon here. This is, you got to pay attention to this, right? So if it squirts back up here, I'm sort of surprised we didn't get there. Oh, where do we get here? Oh, that was the algo kept it, right? So this is very, very common, right? So if you just got wick up here, this is a very, very typical, right? So if they can push it farther, there's nothing to keep it down until you get up here. But they will often turn it, right? Those that can or will, or market maker, well, again, I say market maker, exchanges provide liquidity. They'll do it right on the edge of these high volume nodes rather than let it get into that. Right, so they're likely accumulating shorts here as the market's rallying. Right, somebody's got to be providing that liquidity if their orders aren't there, which they, in this case probably would be. So we stopped here, and now we all know why that stopped. Oh shit, was it this one? Oh, I think it was this one. All right. Okay, where we go right into the golden zone, right? So if we're going 1, 2, this, I love this, right? The diag here, this is such good work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nails it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets the 3. So we're 1, 2. Well, if we pull from this 2, we're in the pocket here. Remember, pardon me, because this is the 3. Okay, so now we go A, B, C, D. So we get, oh, fuck, we got to do a WXY in there. Okay, I see it, WXY to get the 4. 4 to the 50, right? So you really don't want it to go 618, even though it's technical. That's really not what you want in your 4 on an Elliott count. It just reduces the potential in the 5th. So this is good at the 50 here. Although we can deduce from, remember, they don't care about the Elliott count. We can deduce from this that they're using something like this. Yeah, but let's just use the Elliott count here. So 1, 2, there's the next one already underway. Boy, right, this is just so in your face, right? You don't have to wonder what we have here, right? We know it's corrective, right? Even if you're not an Elliott trader, you can't look at a 3 and say, well, it's meaningless. Oh shit, I suppose you can. Why would you? Why would you do that? Why would you not take advantage of probably the most consistent pattern in trading, a 3 in a correction? There's a lot of Elliott Wave haters that they'll just buy it anyway, they think they're proving something. 1, 2, sure looks like a good 1 underway here. Beautiful, beautiful, right? Now, of course, you'd like it to stay contained within the channel. Market's not always going to cooperate. He's right. This could, because if this starts to accelerate here, it's going to be a stretch to pull the 5 down here. So he's right on the money. You actually want to see this start to pull back a little bit. Now, note where we are. Right, this is where, kind of as I was just talking about. We're at this high volume node, so a lot of business is done here. So it's not hard to figure out why we had a high volume node. Well, a lot of biz was done here. So if we're going to shoot down, what are we on the hourly? Just out of curiosity, let's go to the 2 hour and see what we have below. All right, so here's our, is that how you have it? Yeah, you must. So you must hit your value is here on the edge, changing the color. Let me get more range here. Okay, so interesting. So you're working the, holy shit, are you working the bull count off of this? Oh, you little dog, you are. Oh, well, okay, so you're going ABC. I thought you were pulling the 1, 2. All right, so we're going to go A, B, C. All right, all right, this must be 1. I know he's got a gazillion counts, so he just didn't put all these in. Okay, so A, B, C. So leaning into the triangle, it would appear. So if this is ABC and this is ABC, we're looking for the triangle to complete down here in the, oh fuck, well if we get that, well let's think about it. All right, as we talked about this in the video, what are we looking for here, right? So if we can all agree, we probably can't all agree that this is corrective, right? Because you can work it as a 5, you can. Oh, I've shown, fuck, I think I'm assuming, right? Members all know this. So you'd have to go 1, 2, well, you know, you can do this multiple ways, right? I mean, you could do that. It would be within rules and guidelines, right? There's some people that have that count, right? I get comments every week saying, oh, no, man, you're all wrong. It's a 1, 2. Well, maybe. Let's dig in here a little bit. So we're looking for this to come down here and finish down here. That puts us in the low 30s. I still come back to, well, if we're doing that, what are we doing? Are we doing a triangle? Sure looks like we would. All right, if we're going to finish down here, expand the B. All right, I mean, this can come down. We can come down here and still get this. We don't want to go too far because we've kind of lost the idea, right? So if you were thinking, oh, a descending triangle with a flat line here, we can't quite pull that off because we've got the expanded B wave here. So this really, if you're trying to think it through as to where we could be going here, you'd need this to stay on an angle because of that. So, you know, something like this here on the C, I'd still, all right, if we did this, so this would be A, B, C. All right, I'd be looking for A, B, C. A, B, C. Right now we're in, I mean, this, we could, none of this says that we have to get, like, just because we're bored and we're like, God damn Bitcoin, come on, do something, right? This could go for months. Easily. So then you got to decide, well, okay, how do I want to deal with that? If we're going to go sideways, which is certainly, I mean, shit, when did we put in this initial pivot, right? April. Got our all-time high in November. This could go for easily another 3-4 months, easily. So what are you going to do? All right, if Bitcoin's just going sideways, that often gives alts the opportunity to run. Right, it's when Bitcoin's going straight up, right? The alts go with it, but if we're going to go sideways, that's alt time. I think we start looking at alts and let Bitcoin do what it's going to do. Until we start to come out of something here impulsively, it's still just correction. All right, so I think, let's see, do I have anything else to add there, James? I think we just got to wait and see how this plays out. Let's go back down to the 60. 1, 2, looks like that's still working on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before we come down here. 3, 4, right, low 30s. It's kind of where I'm. I mean, truthfully, I've been freeing up capital to be able to be very liquid should we come down here, so I can be a buyer into that liquidity. But we're not there yet. I'm just kind of waiting patiently. But today I moved funds around just to make them available should we come down here. And I'm not opposed to trading. If we get a clean finish down here, we get our stuff down here, I would trade this, right? I like to buy, I'll stay on the buy side. I would trade into the D, right? Because for all we know, that turns into a 1, right? And then we go with the running flat. But if this ABC finishes, I'm looking for entries. Well, it'd be nice to actually post a video and say, okay, it's time to buy. But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that since we started the 3 of that correction. I've just been waiting. All right, I think do I get everything there? I think I got everything covered, James. 1, 2. All right, so we're still A, B. We're still waiting for this C to finish, or whatever we're going to do here. If it's A, B, we need a C. That's how that's the count I have, that this finishes here A, B, and we're working on the C. Okay, good work, right, as always. Okay, so let me keep moving. I think I got everything, James. I think so. CN Salazar. All right, she's doing great work. Remember, being very impressed with something. He put up some things last week, looked really good. What are we looking at? ROKU. Well, I think we looked at this. So let's get an update here. Okay, we got a 1 hour on ROKU, and didn't they just have their earnings, or their earnings are coming up? Let's get our earnings on there. Earnings. Show earnings on chart. Okay, there's one, so I guess we don't have another one for a while. For some reason, I thought it was coming. Okay, so, well, shit, we are on a daily, so next earnings, there we go. It's coming up, February. All right, so with this, I think at this degree out here, we are in log scale. So COVID low, looks like we're going 1, 2, 3. I think we looked at this once. A nice pivot here. So we got all that done. So we're gonna, I'm assuming here, I shouldn't assume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna go, what are we doing? 1, 2. Those are gotta go up, right? Why would we not do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh fuck, did we overlap there? Fucker. I still think you gotta go 1, 2. Looks like WXY. 1, 2. So let's go down a degree. 2. Now, why not 3? 4, 5. I'm just putting it up there. I'm not saying why not 3 to challenge. I'm just saying, okay, maybe. All right, let's just think about it. So if we're not labeling it as a 3, then I know there's going to be a good reason. I just haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so if this is 1, 2. Okay, well, if that's 1 and that's 2. Well, so your first thought is we didn't really get a banging 3 out of that. Oh, this looks like it's technical here. So, all right, so, oh, that's a bitch. Let's go back to, that's interesting, right? So this tells us something. It's tempting to do that, right? But no, that's the pivots right there. So we know this was a technical pivot. It was between the 50 and the golden zone, and you can see we're structure here. Now, failure to make the median line. So that would be a negative here for a bull, right? I know it seems like, oh, come on, man. Come on, man. That's close enough. That's close enough. All right, what's the rule? Failure to make the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than the move that failed to get there. Now, is ROKU going down that far? Seems hard to imagine, but that is a miss by any measure. There's no way around it. Well, pardon me. Maybe if we take it out of log, well, fuck it. Can't do it that way. We got to do it this way. So what are we doing here? So it looks like we've got an A, B, C. Is that here? Let me get. Oh shit! What did you send me? Can't remember what you sent me. You sent me a 1 hour. Okay. So let's go down. Well, let's start here at the 4. 3, 4. Okay. So you are. Oh, I see. All right. So you're putting the 5. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of. How did you label this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you're going. Well, I'm curious what you're thinking here. So if you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like you can get an impulse in here. Oh, I suppose that maybe you can do it here. So you're thinking 3, 3, 5. So something's off there. Okay, so I'm just here. So I think this is me marking that up here. So let's go back to what you've got. Okay, so let's think about it. Okay, so you're going 1, 2 here. So Well, so this looks like, well, this is great, right? This looks like the mini me version of this, right? It looks like, oh, fuck, exactly the same. But look at the size difference, right? So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, monster 5, and it so what? So are you trying to do 5, 3, 5? I'm not sure what you're thinking here, Sian. 1, 2. Why not 3, 4, 5? Not long enough? Well, let's check it. Might be. It might be it's not long enough. Well, that's not going to be long enough. Let's check the 3 to the 5. That could be why. Yep, it can't do it. Okay, so you can't go 3. But is that the right spot for a 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5, 3. That looks more like a 5, 3. I don't know, man. That balance is just way off, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5? I would think not. How else can we do this? So this, I think, pretty much not an option. So what does that leave, right? So with the depth and the depth of that retracement, you'd be thinking, and it's such a clear 3, right? So why would we, right? Once we consider an alternate, 1, 2, 3 looks like a contender here, 4, 5. You're still coming up, well, what did we get there? Still coming up a little shy. 1, 2, well, I guess you're all right. So let's think about that. So that would be, I'm going to take this down a degree. Shit. Oh, this is all, let's take these down. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what that would mean is, if I'm measuring this right, correctly, here, let's just do it again. 1, 2. Length of the 1, projected from the 2. We'd be shy of it. Oh, fuck, come here. I can understand why you're trying to call it something else, because we didn't go what you would anticipate, right? You'd have been thinking, oh, there's one more push up here. We get the median line. You get the 1618. We don't get it. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we gotta account for that. So let's see here. We'll put it in yellow. 1, 2, 3. You can't ignore it or just call it something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So it's now with this, you pretty much are locked in there. So that's likely your 3. The 4s. Oh fuck. Already have that. Oh man, this is a mess. Right, lots of potential of what could have been great. And so now you're already kind of fucked here. Okay, so 1, 2, that's a bummer. Well, it's one more time where you're like, God damn, these fucking rules. I promise you, I share that annoyance often, but they will keep you on the right side of the market more often than not. It's very tempting to go, oh, fuck it. It's just a little overlap. What's the big deal? I've done it. Trust me, that's a bad idea. So how do we deal with this? 1, 2. We have to go 1, 2, right? We can't. There's no way around that. 1, 2. It can't be 3, 4. So we've got to go 1, 2. God, do we have to go another 1, 2? Could it be that bullish for ROKU? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's. Oh, let's see. So here you're going. Maybe there's an alternate here. How are you doing this count in here? You're going into a 5 here. Oh, I see it. So you're going A, B, C. A, B, C. You just didn't label it. Okay, so we got A, B, C. All right. So, whoa, how'd you do it? 1, 2. Whoa, that's skinny in there. Yeah, I don't know that it matters here. So we got this here. I won't be too critical on that. You're stuck with it, right? What you wanted to do was 1, 2 here, right? So the 3, 4, you wanted to go 1, 2 and have it finish. You don't get it, so you're kind of stuck. Now here, where you start to see, oh man, equal to or greater than. Could that really be what's happening? Well, this is already, you've kind of burned your nice impulse with that. So either you're going to have a failure impulse. God damn, how are we going to label this? Can we turn it into a 535? 5-3-5-3. Yeah, that's what we're left with. So I think that's what you got to consider here. 1, 2, and this is going to be a 1. Right, with the overlap here, either this is, what else could we do here? You gotta account for that. 3, 4, 5. So it's got to be there. So it's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're stuck with it. Oh, that's annoying. I get it. Boy, you're locked in. There's no way around it, right? With the depth of that. Well, why the hell it's going that far? I don't know. But so 1, 2. So your best case here, this is all a giant 1. God, it's hard to imagine that. 5, 3, 5, 3. You're looking for 5. So I think you can. It's tradable, right? The Elliott count is going to keep you a little ill at ease, but you can certainly come down here and look at this and say, okay, well, shit, I got a nice structure down here at the golden zone. I know an algo is going to participate there. Doesn't mean it's not going to break, but it's likely to you're going to get a reaction here if I get a 5. So where's the trade? Because you're doing this, what makes you hesitate just a little bit is that this would be 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, that's crazy bullish for ROKU. I don't know if they have that kind of legs, but maybe they do. Already that looks like, this looks impulsive, right? It doesn't look like it's corrective. Oh, you got it. You're giving me, oh, good. I got to see some of that. Well, let's see. So you've got, oh man, how do you guys see that? It must be you're using different colors. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh, you got good work in here. This is good. Okay, 1, 2. Holy fuck. 3. Okay, so here's how I was doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit, I gotta. Oh, come on. 5. So this has to go all down here. You get the drift of it. 1, 2. God, are we overcomplicating there? Seeing. Well, oh, fuck. So what are we calling this, right? So there, you don't have this labeled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. So it's this would have to be A, B. Oh fuck! How are we gonna get that done? If that's 5 of 5, A, B. Okay, so I think you got to do triangle in here. So this has to be A. This has to be. I think you're on the right track here, but this so. Oh fuck. Looks like you got to do this. A, B, working on C here. So how does that fit in? If that's a 5, if that's into the A. That's kind of ugly. Well, let's leave the B here first, just for the time being. A, B. God, I don't like that. But that's you're really force fitting here to call that a 3. So what's the alternate here? That the 5 comes over here. Can we do it? 1, 2, 3. You're going to have to relabel this. So this has to be 3, 4. So this has to go up here. This has to go down here. We redo this. I think you got one too many in there. I'm just going to take that out here. 2, 3. You're kind of stuck with it. I mean, on a 2 hour, even on a 30-minute, that's such a force fit, and I wouldn't do it. You're kind of stuck with it. So the 5 down here, that's either A or A, right? It looks like A followed by A. This looks like triangle A. Fuck, A, B, W, X, Y. Boy, that's a huge clusterfuck, right? So more likely let's just do it that way. So you've got A, B. Well, this looks impulsive. Looks like you already got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, where the fuck are we? This is a brutal count, right? So we're trying to finish this thing. As a correction. Oh, this is not looking great. Here, let me get back to a 2 hour here. We're trying to put in the 4 down here. Oof. Well, so we'd be ending up, boy, I can tell you already, I'm not trading this. I don't like it. This is way too outside of what I would normally. See, after going through all that, I look at this and go, God damn, man, why am I working so hard here? If I have to work this hard to nail a count, likely it's something that I'm not going to trade because it's just too already, like there were too many opportunities for this to be the kind of count that you dream about. Oh, 1, 2, big 3, 4. Oh, retrace it. This is now just all outside of bounds of what you want to look for. There's just too many things to trade. So unless you're already in this CN, I can't tell you that I think this is really worthwhile. So right now, as it sits, the swing to the golden zone, okay, maybe you got to trade there. The Elliott count is not really helping you here. If anything, so as I said, if it's me, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to trade here until I get more clarity as to what the hell is going on here. 4 to this 1, 2, it's just all wrong. You've got the very real potential that we're coming back down to this low, which seems crazy. But here's what I would not bet against. A failure to make the median line equaling, I wouldn't bet against it. Equal to or greater than. So, I mean, it's ingrained in the way I think about the market. So for me, this would be no trade. If anything, I'd be looking for shorts here because this is what I see here is a failed impulse. It was all ready to go, right? You had it until you got here, right? Breaking this, no, I don't know. It's why be in here? If anything, there was a trade here, right? You had the potential for, okay, we're going to come down here, we're going to hold the pivot, and now we're going to go. Okay, so it's a funky, it's a big ABC. Okay, so there's the 4. But with that break, no trade. Let this thing clear up. Let it. Okay, whatever it's going to do down here, okay, once it does what it's going to do, fuck, if it goes down here or if it bounces up here, then I can get my arms around it. Right now, this is no trade for me. Not to shit on your idea, right? If you're in this, right, I mean, have at it. I just don't see a way to work the Elliott count here to give me any kind of advantage. So I think that my view here would be just let it cook a little more, right? It'll show its hand here. Something will happen here. You go, now I see it. Right here, you're just in who fucking knows. I don't like to trade in the who fucking knows zone. All right, I don't mean to be negative here. I don't see anything here suggesting there's a new trade other than maybe you're taking that just off the golden zone. Oh, you'd have the intersection here. So the median line here might give you enough to, okay, maybe I'll take one there. It would be massively bullish, right? If it does come out of here, because all you did was just finish a 1 wave. Wow, is that bullish? But that's got to clean up for me to take it. Okay, Freight 57, moving on. Sorry, guys. Okay, I got 3 here. How are we doing on time? Oh, shit. Okay, let me get Adam going here. I've been looking at this myself. How are we on time? We got 40 minutes. All right. Tough one, Cian. Okay, so let's go to make a copy here. So this is Adam. which is getting legs here. So one of the few alts that's going the right direction, along with Cardano.
You can probably knock out two because Wonka posted a Atom as well, so you can kind of go over both of them quickly, I guess, here.
Okay. All right. So dueling counts. That's always interesting. All right. So this, oh, I got a 4 hour here. So let me go back to the 8 so I see where we are. Oh, and just to give a little more room on the chart, I'm going to hide the volume. Not that I don't look at volume. It's just I'm trying to get, I need maximum space here. Okay. Well, this looks good. So I'm guessing we want to be in log scale here. Given our range, what are we at? From the COVID loan, $1 to 46. Yeah, that's the range. Oh, so this is a nice. Fred, this is good work here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the expanding diag to finish it. Oh shit! Does that? Yeah, it does. Oh, is that close? Whew. Holds it. Let's you sneak through with that. That's an ugly 4. But how it's, isn't that funny? So you look at that and you say, this fucking Elliott's a real pain in the ass. Well, if that had gone one tick further, you couldn't label it this way. The fact that that it doesn't, once you get your fifth in here, boy, talk about a beautiful setup, right? That only Elliott could really guide you into that. Oh, that's too bad. We broke it there. Oh, out of log. We don't. Interesting. Let's get you right on the pivot. Crazy, is it not? 1, 2, 1, bang. Oh, we got all 3 of them here. So that looks like a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into an A, B. One more time. Why would anybody buy it right there? You know somebody did, right? This just confounds me. It's clearly a 3. Now, unless you've been, if you're a trader and you would have to mentally block out any reference to Elliott theory to buy that. So who's going to buy that? Retail? Right? Only an inexperienced trader is going to buy that. There's just, it's hard to understand why that happens. Right? So it's something I've just kind of been harping on. You always want to be thinking about, if you're going long in the trade, somebody's on the other side of that. What are they thinking? Right? It's a good thing to ask yourself. Right? So here, note, right? The algo doesn't get its target. Just because you see the pivot doesn't mean it gets it, although it looks like there's a second one here that does get its target. Right? This one gets it. The big one gets denied, right? Doesn't get it. Somebody bought that. All right, now, so again, you would have to you'd have to go out of your way to ignore everything that Elliott was. I mean, even at the simplest, like Elliott Wave for Dummies, 5-3. Who is buying that? It's hard to understand, right? I mean, you really have to go out of your way just to be a. Well, it just confounds me, right? But thankfully, right, for us, there is somebody who will buy it there, right? Has to be, right? No business gets done. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're fucking stuck with that, aren't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got a. Oh, is there any other way we could do that? It sure looks like you might go A, B, C. I kind of want to put the 4 here. Well, it doesn't matter here. That's how I would count it. I would put the 5 up here. And this so I can get a 3 in here. That's just, oh fuck, man. It's just a straight line here. No, that is an 8 hour. Shit, it doesn't matter here at this time, at this point. So, okay. What are you thinking there, Fred? A, B, C, okay. All right, I see what you're thinking. So let's go down to a 4 here, see if that cleans up a little bit. Okay, AB, that looks better. All right, so ABC, you got to put the X over here. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C into the X. A, B, C into, we got, kind of looks like a triangle there, doesn't it? A, B, C, D, oh, maybe not. Well, I guess we're okay with the WXY. So we got to, here, let's take it up. Let's go micro, and so we can see it a little better. Okay, WXYX. Oh, we can't have a 5 into a W, but so we can do A, B. Okay, so we're going WXY. Okay, so this is the only Elliott error here. We can't have 5 into a W, but can we turn that into a something else? It can't be W, so A, B. Okay, so we got too many WXYs. Okay, right. So this all right. All right, it's easy mistake to make. Okay, so we've got WXYX. Now we need an ABC to finish the thing, right? So we're trying to get to this Z. So we need, what do we need? We need an A. Oh, fuck. This is brutal. Here's what we need. We need to get from here, we need to get an A, a B, and a C in there. Okay, so this is just a mislabeling, right? So we've got to do that as a 1. Well, shit, I mean, you could do it as an A. 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we could do it that way. Okay, so are we good there? Leading diag, 3 into the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get an impulse. A, B. Oh, it's kind of ugly. Just out of curiosity, it looks like it's technical, but it looks like it's from a higher pivot. That's a very slight break there. If I go here, well, they got it. I want that to go a little, they got it, right? So we can go 3, then 3, 4, 5. So we'd have to go WX. This would have to be A, B, C. All right, so we get to the same pivot, right? So that's just a little bit of mislabeling in there. Not a biggie, just for your benefit, right? We can't put a W on a 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. Yep, it looks like it clears it. All right, so we're good there on the 4. A, 3 in the B, and then you got to deal with that ending diag to finish it. Okay, so we get to we get the WXY. So we get the triple combo here. All right, so WXYXZ, WXYXZ. Tricky to get there. So 1, 2 off of that low is right here. Now we're still in log scale. Don't want to be in log here. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so let's stay here. See how we look here. Heading towards some of those upper pivots, so we're good here. Okay, so at the end of the day, what are we've got a very tricky 3. That's really what it is. It's just, the complexity of Elliott here dealing with all those swings. So we can make that work. So 1, 2 looks good. Right, we want to get that median line, right? We want to try and avoid trading principle number 4, so it's important that we get there. What is this? This looks like just a trend line. Okay, so I'm going to just take that out for a sec. Okay, so let's get into this. So we've got our 2, so we're trying to get into a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's solid. That's sharp. Okay, so that plays, right? Short and sharp, and this is a little more complex and takes longer. So 1, 2, 3. Do we overlap? Looks like not. So spared it. Shit that does not happen randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4. looks like we got a diag going for the 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is good work. Okay, so 4, 5 is in of the 4. So A, B, expand the B. A, oh, that's nice work. So A, triangle into the 4, down for the 5. So he nails it here. So we got ABC, ABC, 5 down into the 4. We got a 3 in the 1, 3 in the 2, 3 in the 3. So we're looking for a little more complexity here. That 4 is not done yet. You'd like to see a little pop here. Right, so for it to hold that structure, and then we come back down. Now we're looking for 3 to finish it. Now, do you want to be shorting up here? Well, you're completing a count. Conservative entry, you treat this as a 1, 2. Okay, so this is a counter trend trade he's making. We know we're in the process of putting in, so he's going to try and trade the 2, right? Which is not a bad thought. Well, so if you're going to get this, right? So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and potential is we're finishing right here per the channeling that's here, that we might finish right here. There's going to be well, let's just see here. We're going to measure this. Right, if this is the 1, how do we look on the 3? So we're plenty good there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On this one, though, you got a potential throw over here. 1, 2. Right, it's always worth doing this. So we need this to be contracting if we're going to use an ending diag. So here the extension is clearly in the 1. So we want to pay attention to the 3 relative to the 5, right? So assuming we've got it in correctly labeled, and I don't see an alternate. Oh, well, no, you don't really. I was just looking at here. So maybe we'd have a W, X, Y come down here, but then look at the imbalance we'd have between the 2 and the 4, right? It would just be way too much time for the right look, right? We can be picky, right? You can afford to be picky. There's enough things to trade, right? So if I got that, I'm not liking it as much because the 2 to the 4, the time imbalance is bad. So this looks like you really, maybe you've got it there. Maybe you've got it. Maybe you've got enough there, I'm afraid, to go 1, 2, 3. You might have it, right? So looking for the 4. Now remember, in a diag, always the first place you want to look is from the start of it through the pivot of the 3, looking for a 50. So if we get there, well, that kind of makes sense. You can see there'd be plenty of structure here to work off of, prior resistance. You could have a little throw over here, but you don't want it to be too much. You're kind of getting, you're going to have to, well, there's the 2, right? So you're already looking at a little throw over here. Let's just tighten that up. So is this your median line? Oh, this is one of your internal pitchfork lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. That needs one more little kick to come up. You allow for this, right? Because that's that's here. That could be, right? That's a little front run here, a little front run on the target. Could be, you don't know. Do you see how far that goes? But if we hold in here, I like that, right? So right in here, allow this to come down a little bit further into that 4. Well, this actually, I like that as a buy. Because the risk reward here is very good, so because you can't take out that pivot, right? So then the count's all wrong. So you could use this, literally a tick below that, because that invalidates the count, and with the anticipation, you'd get that. I don't know what the risk reward here looks like here. It may not be enough, but let's just see if we get that to that. Well, there's 4 to 1. It's not terrible, assuming you got to your algo target. Shit, why not? Right. So you could get the up and the down here. So if you get this pattern here, that's pretty solid, right? So an ending diag, you're likely going to have divergence. Do you have anything below? You don't. So you're likely, I'd be checking the RSI and some of the other indicators for signs of divergence or weakness here, even just the volume, right? So is volume drifting off here, or is it starting to increase? You're looking for that to finish that 5. So I tell you, Fred, I like the 4 to the 5. I like that almost better than I like what you're teed up here. So let's play that out. So if you got this, if I was going to take the short of it here, I want the A. Give me the A first. I'll take the B. All right, remember, what is it? Our purple belt, right? You only trade 3s and C's, right? That's to qualify. You got it, right? So I want that C. Because I know, right? So why do I say that? For just the way he's got it teed up here, right? Look at the risk reward. Even if we just get to the golden zone, there's 4.6 to 1. If that gets a little bit more significant, right? What are we correcting? This is a 2, right? So 1, 2. So what would we be finishing here? 1, 2, right? So you got a couple things going here. You'd have failure to make the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than. Right, so we don't want it to come down greater than, right? That would kill the count, right? So right now it looks like what you're after here is the 1 to complete, right? So if right, and I don't have this yet, but if I complete up here and this thing comes down here, that's either of those, or this looks pretty good here. Oh, fuck me, come here. That's what I wanted to do. Now we're kind of right back into all that support. Right edge of the median line. I like it here. Again, on the long side. I'd trade, so if this is very tradable, I'd trade the 4 to the 5. If I got the pivot on the A and the B, so I'd trade the B to the C, and then I'd probably do it this way. I'd wait for the 1, and I'd trade the 2. Right, I could use this trend line here. It looks quite good, right? So I can use all of that action there. So I think you got lots of trade potential here, but the next move is kind of key to the whole thing taking place, right? So you want that swing up, right? So it needs to give it. You need that to confirm that. Oh, there's the ending diag, so I know I've completed something now. Just let me be careful with my language. If we get here and then we start to come down and then we don't get a new high, well, then you can lean into the idea, oh, okay, I've confirmed. Now, the market doesn't have to do anything, right? Just because this is a pattern we can identify and recognize, the fucking market can do that easily. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought it wasn't supposed to or it couldn't. Well, I'm going to say it again. It's not what the market does. It's what it's supposed to do and doesn't. So I'm not supposed to get a new high. Well, shit, I suppose I could get an expanded B here. But this is supposed to come down and give me the 2 at this degree. If it doesn't do that, something's wrong in here. Or I have to reconsider the way I'm counting it. That's the thing about Elliott Wave, right? I think that people miss. It's defining your bias based on the rule set, right? So if I get this, well, fuck, I know I'm wrong. If I get this, I know right where I am. And so now I lean hard into that 2 because I can count it out clearly, and I finish with, oh, here's a pattern I recognize. Oh, here's an impulse, I recognize that. Here's a 5. Well, we're a little skinny on the 3, but I got this nice 3 into my 4, and I ending diag. Okay, what is the market supposed to do? Not has to do. What's it supposed to do? Well, shit, I completed an impulse, and now I'm supposed to correct that. So if it does that, and I come into this structure, why are you not taking that trade? Well, okay, it's coming straight down. I was a little scared of it. Okay, so let it go up, and now you see, if you do this, you're doing the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing as this, or just bigger. It's just a bigger version of it. Oh, so what's the advantage of that? Well, less risk. 1, 2, right? Wait. So then this is the risk. This is the reward. Simple, right? That's why. Okay, back to our purple belt. Why? Why do we only want you trading the 3s and the C's? Because if you can't master that, you can't. I mean, those are the money balls. If you can't get the C's and the 3s, something's wrong, right? In your analysis skill. So I would trade the C and the 3. based on what he's just teed up here, right? So everybody else watching here, they put that would be on my A watch list. I'm looking for right now. What has to happen is we got to find a pivot low here. This can't keep falling. If it does, then we're wrong, right? Then now you're back to thinking, oh fuck, equal to or greater than. Until that happens, oh shit, I see right where we are, right? This is great work, Fred, but we need the market to do it. Market's got to play ball. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. If it rolls over here and we don't get this nice setup, next trade. No big deal, no tears to be shed. Next trade, right?
Open up Wonka's real quick as well to just see what he did.
Yeah. Okay, so let's put them side by side. That's going to be tough to beat. Fred does really good work. Okay, but Woo Wonka, he's a contender, right? Let's see what he's got here. Woo Wonka surprises me every now and then. Oh shit, I got to make a copy. Let's see if you're thinking the same way. Okay, so let me clear up a few things here just to make it easier to see. I know why he does that. Okay, so we got the Vegas wave, we got the volume. So let's put, I like to put the volume profile back on. Oh wow, you've got it really, really wide here. Let's go down to 15 just to shrink it up a bit. All right, Woo, what are we thinking? Okay, so you've got this is nice, right? So you've got the exact same thing. Well, you're getting there a little bit differently. So he went triangle here. It doesn't matter. So we get to the same WX. Oh, shit here. We're getting the same thing. So let's look how the two of them handled the correction. So we got WX, YX, and then Woo went A, B, C, D, E. That flies. So he went W, X, Y. Woo's going A, B, C. Okay, I like that. This is a little trickier, but you're stuck with it, right? So you got to go A, B, C. Oh, looks like you might be able to do it this way, right? So you go A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, fuck. Looks like you have to go A, B, C into the B here. So there's the C, so we get the X up here. So here, I'm putting them in green so we match. All right, so there's the WX, right? They're both very good, both valid. How did Fred finish this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we end up at the 2. So they both get to the same spot. Do they? Yes, here's the 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 3. ABC 4, 5. So there's A. W. God damn it. Sorry, fucking allergies. W 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you went A, B, C into the B here. This is good, right? Both of these are good. 1, 2. Well, that 3 is a bit of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can work that. So what do we got here? That's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd have to go. So you'd have to label it this way. You guys, sometimes you leave the tough ones out. You have to do it this way. We can do it that way, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us the internal impulse. Okay, so we got to the same. We both of them got to the same location here for that major 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us a 1. A, B, C, W, X. We're looking for that 2, right? So I think we're in the same. We get to the same thing. So here are the breaks at the golden zone from this pivot here. Oh, I think we looked at it in log. Well, we know we still broke. Okay, so we got a break here. Woo, did you give this to me in log? No, I guess you didn't. WXY. So, all right, we got this, right? So this is, oh, shit. Come here. So there's the phi. So that's got to be, so here's where we need log, right? So we can get this into context. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. WXYXZ, that's nice. XYXABC into the Z. So this is nice work here. We'll, all right, get the, oh, you got them locked, I guess. Okay. 1, 2. That's a shame we break here. I'm going to guess that holds the 707. Oops. What am I missing? Oh, I don't have the 50 on there. There's the 50. So swing. Now here, so this is in log scale. Okay, so this is where the two differ a little bit, because Wu doesn't have this on. Right, so that's what we were talking about, the potential here for failure to make the median line. So Wu, tisk tisk. All right, that's too easy. All right, so we got a perfect corner pocket here. Now maybe you have it hidden over here and I didn't see it. You might. 1, 2, right to a 50. Now that's log scale 50, and I think you sent it to me in arithmetic. So 1, 2, we caught the bottom together. Yeah, we were both looking at this. So Wu nailed that, right? So great pivot. God damn, look how good that is. High volume node. Perfect. Just perfect. Okay, so 1, right? So we know this is, right, so here's the key to the whole thing, right? We know that's got an 80% probability of getting there, right? Could be here, could be years from now, right? But that, well, maybe not years, but it could take, well, shit, that could be years. What's the date there? We'd be in, oh, fuck, why can't I see that? Oh, we haven't gone out that far. Well, we'd be in the summer, right? We'd be months out. My point being, it needs to get there, right? Again, it's, what is the market supposed to do? Well, I've got 80% odds, so it's supposed to. I mean, 80's not 100, but that's what you're anticipating. Minimum, there's the 100 right here, right? Length of the 1, right here. So we'd hit it here. We'd have qualified. Oh, I got a candidate for a third. Nothing says we're not doing that. That's what you're looking for. The 161. That's what you're looking for right there. 3, 4. Right, other side of the median line, contender, right? You'd look for, shit, you wouldn't have much here, right? All of this price action here would build you some base here. So can we get at least here? Now, so why would you, so think about that for a second. So why would you bet against the 80%? Seriously, no, I'm not trying to be a smart ass. You got 80% odds here. Why is anybody shorting that? Right, kind of same idea. Who's on the other side of your trade? No, well, so they're saying, okay, I'm going to put my money on the 20%. That's where I want to put my money at risk, on 20% odds, not 80% odds. Well, you know who that describes? Out of the money option buyers, right? We know 90% of them expire worthless. So every time someone buys an out of the money option, they're playing the long odds. But right here, why? Why would somebody not? Why would they do it? Well, there's only one reason. They don't know. They don't know about median lines, or they don't care, right? Or maybe they have a passing, oh, fuck, I've seen the thing. I don't know anything about it, right? They don't know that that's the best odds in trading, period. Right? So why is somebody, you know, again, I look at that and I go, why would somebody take the other side of that? Okay, well, maybe they're thinking, oh, we're just stuck in a range. We're just stuck in a range, which we are, just stuck in a range. Okay, so you're going to play the range? Well, okay, think about that. So that would have to be what they're concluding. So they're already going to say, I'm going to play the 20% odds, right, rather than the 80. I'm going to plan on trading principle number 4 hitting, and then I'm going to take that short. And I'm just going to take from the top of the range to the bottom of the range to the top of the range to the bottom of the range. I'm quite serious. And when I say, you got to think, why is somebody on the other side of your trade here? Why? What do they think? Well, just looking at it, I mean, that's about as much as I could deduce from it, that they think we're in a range. We're just going back to the bottom of the range. Otherwise, they're just not, it's not that they're stupid. They're just uninformed. Which is, thank God there are some people that don't know this, right? Or that we lose our edge. I promise you right now, the percentage of people trading Cosmos that know trading principle number 1, I would put it at less than 1%. Less than 1% people know that. Shit, less than 1% of all traders even use median lines. So you're telling me the people that are trading Cosmos are going to be different than those numbers? Probably not. So what else has happened up here? My favorite. Whoops. Maybe I killed that one. Oh, we love these guys, right? So I'm just going to hammer this until everybody confirms to me, sends me a direct message to say, I finally get it. I'm never going to buy a breakout again. Well, somebody bought that. 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 Why? Right. So again, what are they thinking? Oh shit, we're off to the moon. I'm just going to hammer this. That is the single worst place you could possibly enter the market. The worst. Take my word for it, or let the market teach you that lesson. I promise you, mine is much less expensive. You want to trade that? No problem, man. No problem. You got to wait for that. Now you're trading support. Now you know, oh shit, if it breaks, well, something else is going on. So look right here. So if we go up and we start to break down, have I made the median line? No. Do I still have trading principle number 4 on deck? Yes. Would this be a failed count? Yes. Well, you'd probably have to be turning it into a big flat. 3, 3, 5. Okay, we just move the 2 over here. Oh, I still got a flat. It's still correction. It's still correcting this move. That's all. It's just taking a different shape. But please stop doing that. Trust me on that. Trust me. I've done it. I've done it so many times to just to confirm that it was dumb. I've done it the hard way, so you don't have to. Okay, I think there's not a live stream. I haven't hit that. Hoping at least members are starting to believe me here. So how do you think the guy who bought that is feeling right now? You got a little bit of a pucker, but he does. Okay, so I think we got all this done here. So this is going to start to look quite good if we start to come down a little bit lower here. So I think we get to the same idea here, that we get a 1 up here. We're working on the correction, right? So just textbook. Oh, I got a nice 3. Even more, just to hammer in how stupid that is. You got how uninformed that trader is. You've got a beautiful 3 coming at the top. Oh. Again, I got 5, I got 3 at the pivot high. Why would anybody in their right mind, or anybody who's educated in trading, buy that? Well, I mean, there's hopium, right? Oh, it's going to the moon this time. It'll be different this time. It'll be different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7's the charm, man. 7 is going to do it. You're just waiting now for this to come down. And so what are you going to get here? All right, so we're doing a 3 in there. So if we're doing WX, right? If we're doing WX here, looks like that's how he's counting it. So we got ABC, ABC, ABC. Give me the Y into the 2. Just like Freyd's, right? We got all of this structure right down here at the 50. Play into that, bring it down. Right? You're not sure, not comfortable there? Oh, okay. Well, give me the 1. I'll take the 2 into the 3. Right, so if this is the 1, all of this action's way yet to come, way up here. Log target. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Oh, good job, Wu. You're giving me the linear and the log. Oh, very nice. Nice touch. Okay. All right, so just as I said on Frades, right? So interesting how they both got there a little bit differently. So it's just a big 3. All that complexity is just showing us it's a 3. That's all we're doing. There's a 3, there's a 5, right? It's complex, right? There's a lot of wiggles in there, but they're all accounted for. Wu's got them all. So did Frey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what did we do there? Oh, so we went 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, you do. I can't. You guys, you never change the color, right? So it's hard for me to read. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, triangle 4, down for the 5. A. Oh, what are we doing there? Oh, yeah, we can do a 5. 3. Well, that looks like a 3, doesn't it? Well, I guess you can do it 3. You'd have to do it this way, right? So you could probably squeeze it. When I'm on a 4 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's skinny. Probably get it. All right, so there's the X. Assuming this is correctly labeled as a W, which, no shit, you can probably. Well, hang on. You got a W here. That doesn't fit. Oh, pardon me. I see it. It's because you guys, you don't get your degrees right. Okay, so this is 5 is here. So this is A. We expand the B, and then we get the 5, right? So this is the W. I see it now. Okay, so here's the 3 of the X. Now we're going down for the Y, right? So here's the pocket is, right, really. Here, I'll just draw it again. So here's your pocket right here for that, to trade that, to trade that. We don't know it's golden zone, could be the 50, but look at the Vegas wave is coming into play. Again, you got that structure there. So if this thing starts to come down, shit, I mean, right now you could trade this. Well, I'd do it this way. All right, if we're starting into the A, right? So what are we looking for here? We're looking for an A, B, C, right? That's what we're looking for. So you're into the A. I mean, you probably got a straight line until we hit the structure. Well, what would hold you there? So what would make you go, well, wait a minute. Before you even consider a trade anywhere at any time frame, what's the first thing you have to do? Where's the algo? Where is it? Right? It's like a it's like a predator in the tall grass, right? Until you look, you don't know it's there. So you always have to check. Where is it? What did it do last? What did it do? What are we doing right there? Golden zone. All right, see how easy it would be to go, oh, fuck, this is, I've done this as well. Oh, fuck, I see it, man. There's the perfect 3. Oh, it's coming down. I'm going to sell it. You sell right into it. Right? Oh, and then it does this. And you're like, God damn it, man. I could have sworn that was a 3. Why is that bouncing there? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, motherfucker. I didn't check, right? That's why I harp on that, because I've done it. Right? You see, you got to check multiples here. You got to check this one and this one. You got to know what both of these guys are doing. And when do they break? All right, so if this one breaks, okay, great. But you see it could easily break, and we're going to go right into the next one. Oh, this one breaks? Okay, it's off. Now I got a 50 here. Remember, the algo doesn't care about this, right? It doesn't care about that. All it sees is just this. It just sees dominant to dominant. So when it comes down here, you're going to get a reaction. So, okay, so think about that. Oh, I got the ABCs coming in. Oh, what am I looking for? I'm looking for an ABC. Oh. See how that could play out? Pivot for the A. B, right? B can go, B's a wild card, right? We 50 and the 786 is prime zone, but well, here we couldn't expand, right? Because we can't have a secondary X go before the first, right? So that's guiding you into a potential short here. Another good Elliott example. If we're here, if we get this, you could take that trade right there with the stop one tick over it. Well, shit, you might give it a little room with you're giving a little cushion there for a wick pump, which is just what you could. That would be a classic thing, right? So again, right at the pivot, you could see them running the stops, grabbing all that liquidity and then jamming it down, which is why you'd have to give it a little cushion here. But per the Elliott count, you can look at this and say, well, hey man, if that I know per the Elliott rule set here that X can't go any higher, or I've got to relabel it. I got to go A, B, And then the B, this is going to have to turn into a B, which I don't know how we're doing that. So the actual short trade here is primed. Well, you don't have this yet, right? You need this. So look what you're anticipating here. You're going to have to say that this algorithm here is not going to get its target. Right? Now, just because it's here doesn't mean it gets its target. You could just as easily have one on the other side, right? Just as easily. One of these guys isn't going to get its target. All right, this one, bring it down here. One has to break. Eventually, shit, you could go sideways, but eventually one side loses. One side wins, one side loses. You got one with a target up here. This one, shit, for some reason, I think I don't have the target on that. There it is. Here, the other one's got the target right here. Now, if we do that, WXABC, could we be done here? Could we? Well, it'd be unusual, right? I mean, we could be though. I mean, where would it be? Looks like 38 if you're here. Oh, there's the 38 here. Right? So if you're coming down here, right, it'd be surprising we didn't get any further. I mean, we got a lot of stuff on here now. Let's clear some of that up. WX, you really want it deeper, right? So you could have a little more conviction in it. You want this. Well, we want to use that pivot. You want this to come down around here. That's prime zone. So it's set, it all plays out rather nicely. Let's see what we get there. If you just, I don't have this. Look at that. That's the kind of thing that I look for. And I go, oh man, if I come down and I hit this, right? So if it's A, B, C, right? So at that point, how would you know, right? That it's not 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey man, you're right in the high probability zone for the wave 3 that I always hear you talk about. Why is that not 1, 2, 3? Well, it's not that it couldn't be. It's just per the way it's labeled here, per that context, you'd be anticipating the 3 here because I got 5, I got 3, I got 3. Well, what's the? It could turn into a 5, right? We could have that. Now, what'd we end up with there? Right? We'd have to change the count. Right? Counts change all the time. So you can't get so locked into a count that you're paralyzed when something. You just have to roll with it. Okay, so how would we count it then? Well, then we'd be thinking A. We'd have to fuck with that, and I'm sure we could get that into a 5. It was already a bit. No, we could do it. 1, 2, 3, triangle 4 into the 5. So I got a 5. I got a 3. I got a 5. Oh. Well, that's a little deep for a flat. I mean, really. Ideally, you'd see it here. Oh, fuck. All right, so you get my drift here. Ideally, we'd see it something more like this for a flat. You're not always going to get ideal. You don't want this going too far. It starts to ruin the shape of the flat. Not that I've never seen it before. It's just that, again, be picky. Okay, I got a flat here. You probably, you'd add in shift. Might be 2. Then you'd have to put some runners on it. Oh, let's put a 175 and a 1.5. Oh, fuck, here, I always put them in green. And we'll do blue. Okay, so I got some. So I would have this down here for the Y, for the 2, just runners off of that. Now, could I go that far? Well, if I did that, sure. But this is about all I'd want to give that before I'd start rethinking. Because then at that point you're starting to think, well, wait a minute. Right, this is starting to look uglier here. Maybe something's wrong in the count, because if this starts to accelerate and we get something bigger. So if you were to get this followed by this, well, now I got a zigzag on my hands. Things are starting to look a little bit weird, right? So what do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So it's the way you're interpreting it, where we sit right now, starts to break down. So you'd have to be revisiting the whole thing, and now you're thinking, oh, wait a minute, I know while I had 80% odds here, if I'm going to roll over that deep, and particularly if you break this golden zone, right here. If you break this one, then I'm thinking trading principle number 4 is in play. We're coming down to challenge that pivot. But that's all kind of, okay, what if not this, then that. That's all the kind of, you got to think it through. Like, where am I wrong? Where am I completely wrong about this? And how much do I want to risk in what I've got going on here? I like it here. I like it here. As the WXY, we start to get down here. I don't like it anymore. All right, with that break, I'm thinking we're going here. And then the count, while it still could be a 1-2, this piece of it doesn't make sense anymore because of this, right? It looks more like a flat, right? So, and then if you, well, shit, that's so close, right? In a zigzag, ideal zigzag, you don't want the B going that high, right? So these are just kind of, I struggle a little with the purists there, but ideally you don't want the B of a zigzag going that high. All right, okay, I think I covered it there. God damn, I buried that one.
So it's 135. Do you want to stop there and leave
and roll these into tomorrow?
2, 3, 4, 5. So that would leave 5 for tomorrow.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Because we usually have fewer on Tuesday. Yeah, why don't we do that? You agree?
And hopefully we have plus we might have a little bit of clarity if there's a move today or anything in the morning.
Since everything
with open.
Nothing's happening today. Okay, let's do that, right? Since I kind of belabored that one, but hopefully a few nuggets in there along the way, and this will be interesting to see how that plays. Okay, so any members, all you guys that I see, well, you just have to remind me because I left Freyd's Unity and Elgin.
I'll be sure to post to remind you.
Yeah, we'll pick it up right there. Okay, guys. Yeah. So otherwise, we'll go for hours. We'll wrap it there. We'll finish up with what we didn't get to yesterday tomorrow. I appreciate you all you guys being here. Hopefully, it doesn't bore you to death and you get a nugget or two out of it. Hope so. Okay. With that, we'll wrap it up, and we'll be back tomorrow, same time tomorrow, and we'll see you guys then.